Here's a great song that's perhaps not an obvious choice for a single acoustic guitar, but it does work really well. It's got nothing but 4 chords in it. Originally, it's in the key of E flat minor, so with a capo on the 1st fret, I can play as if I were in D minor, which suits me fine. We've got a D minor, and then we've got an A chord, and then you can play a G or G7, gives you a slightly more bluesy feel. There's kind of a bit of both, but let's stick to G7. So D minor, A, G7, and then there's a B minor chord. Just once we get this B minor, and that's played as an A minor shape, barring on the 2nd fret. Okay, well, it's quite a simple structure. We've got this verse, which is 12 bars long. Then we've got a chorus, and that just kind of alternates. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. And each time at the end of the chorus, we end up with 4 bars of D minor before we go back to the beginning, except one time that's a bit longer, I think, for a kind of instrumental. It's an extra 4 bars, but that's it. We'll look at the verse and we'll look at the chorus, and then we'll look at a couple of things that we can do in the intro to make that a bit more interesting as well. That's maybe a bit more of a challenge. Okay, for now though, the verse is a 4-bar phrase, 2 bars of D minor, going to A, and then G7. Oh, I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue. I am uniquely unqualified to sing like Marvin Gaye, but bear with me. Okay, we need to get some strumming rhythm in here, and I suspect what we want to do is to create a backbeat on 2 and 4. So we're gonna... Oh, I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue. Okay, just a little improvement on that though. The A chord and G7 chord, when they come, they really need to be pulled forward by half a beat. If you listen to the original, the bass is definitely doing that. So we'll get this. I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue. Okay, so all I'm doing there is down, up, hit, down, up, hit. And if I want to get to my new chord half a beat early, I just catch it with a previous up strum. Okay, so that's that 4 bars, and the next 4 bars is exactly the same. Oh, I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some guy you knew before. The 2 of us guys, you know I love you more, and took me by surprise. Now we get to B minor. I must say to G7, when I D minor, found out yesterday, G7. And that's the whole of the verse. So let's have that one time. Well, I bet you're wondering how I knew about your plans to make me blue with some other guy you knew before. Between the 2 of us guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise, I must say, when I found out yesterday. Don't you know that and we're into the chorus. Now the chorus is very straightforward. 2 bars of D minor, 2 bars of G7, another 2 bars of D minor, another 2 bars of G7, and then we end up with these 4 bars of D minor before we go around to the next verse. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine, not much longer would you be mine. I heard it through the grapevine. Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind. Honey, honey, and then we're into the next verse. Now you notice in the chorus, as we get into the G7, again we're going to push that forward by half a beat. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine, not much longer would you be mine. Well, I heard Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind, honey, honey, yeah. And a final little detail there before we get on and look at the more interesting intro section is that in the first bar of the chorus, then again in the fifth bar, well, the first bar of the D minor, I should say, what I want to do is take the second and third fingers away from my D minor chord, just so that we've got like the top 4 strings of a G7. Oh, I heard it through the grapevine. That kind of thing. Long would you be mine? And again, oh, I heard it through the grapevine. Just that, just on grapevine. By taking off second and third fingers to create a little bit of a G7 chord in between the D minor. Now for the intro, there are 2 sections to this actually. I'm going to put some tab on the screen to show you what's going on. There's a melody that gets played like this. Okay, that gets played 3 times. That's originally played on the keyboard, and along with that there's a chord playing on constant beats underneath it. So I'm going to actually do that with my thumb playing the open 4th string. And if we put those together, okay, might take a bit of practice, and that's a really useful knack to have though. Now in fact, there's another melody part, it's a harmonization of what we've just played going on as well, and I'm going to play that like this. And of course you can play that with the open 4th string on constant beats as well. And so on and so on. And actually, if you're feeling flash, you can put all 3 of them together. Okay, and you can actually play that same riff at the end of the chorus as well. Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind, honey, honey. Okay, because that takes up then 4 bars if you play it twice. Now once we've played that intro riff 3 times through, there's a second riff that is actually played originally on an electric guitar, and I'm playing D minor. I'm going to add my little finger onto the 3rd fret of the top string as and when, so that's going to be and that's before the verse. That gets played twice. Up to speed, that's going to be okay. So the whole of the intro, including the keyboard riff and the guitar riff, wish me luck. About your plans to make me blue. And that's it.